wife and I have a wonderful life. We have a beautiful second home in Florida that we'd like to go to and having a great time. 2.5 months ago, I received a phone call for some key people in GOP Collin County positions. And they called me up and they said, Wayne, would you come in and talk to us? And bring Susan. Well, when they said bring Susan, I think I had a pretty good idea of what we were walking into. And when we were driving there, we said, well, look, we're not running for office, we're retired, we're going to enjoy our life. We've fought the battle before, it's time to enjoy some things. So we went in, and I know these gentlemen, and I have a lot of respect for them. 2 hours later, my life changed. I said, okay, I will consider this, because I'm concerned about what's happening to Texas. I'm concerned about what's happening to the country. After last night's vote with the Senate, we were really in trouble. So my wife and I went home and we prayed about it, and talked about it, and the Dallas Morning News called me up and said, we've heard you're going to run for office against Matt Shaheen. So I haven't made that decision yet. And they said, well, would you mind if we do a series of articles about your decision process? I said, certainly, that'd be fine. So I started to do my research on Matt. And when Matt first got into office, he was very concerned. And something else you have to understand, 14 years ago when I ran, Matt and I were friends. This is important for you to understand this. So, yeah.
What does that mean?
We're friends. He's been to my home. We've broken dinner together, bread together with our wives. He was supporting me. We go to the same church. All right. So it was not a quick decision to run against Matt. I wanted to have faith in him. But as I studied the votes over the last 8 years, I recognized he started to go to the left. I was concerned. But then the impeachment scenario came to the forefront. And again, I thought, well, we keep hearing that there's so much you don't know. He's so guilty. They've done so many things and it's just terrible, terrible, terrible. So I thought, all right, I'll give them the benefit of the House and our rep. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But then it took 3 days for them to decide impeachment because Dave wanted them to impeach. Don't worry about it. Don't do your research. It's Memorial Day weekend. Just vote to impeach and go home and have a great time. Now, they will say that they were acting as though they were a grand jury. They still today say this. We were a grand jury. We acted as though we were a grand jury. I've watched my opponent argue with a constitutional attorney on this issue to a point where he pulled his phone out and read the Constitution saying, you did not act as a grand jury. For a grand jury, you must be sworn in and testify under oath. No one did that. Everything was behind closed doors, secret meetings. It was a witch hunt. I said, okay, I'm still going to do the benefit of the doubt, and it goes to the Senate. And believe me, I watched that keenly because it had a major impact on my decision as to whether or not I was going to run. Within minutes, it became evident. There was no evidence. None. Top lawyers within the AG's office, you think would understand how this works. Did you have any evidence? No. You went to the FBI. You went to the FBI on the Attorney General. Did you have any evidence? No. My decision was made for me. Because I thought to myself, how can I have a representative that takes no time to research the most important vote in his life? His political career, he'll never have a more important vote than that. And in days, they decide to impeach with no evidence, no information to prove. This is not the type of individual that I want to be representing us.